Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital Monday, June 3 recap. Anna's burner phone call exposes Valentin. Ava's secret recording. General Hospital, spoilers recap for Monday, June 3, reveals that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, shot one of the gunmen at the warehouse while the other one took off. Anna Devine, Finola Hughes, was already coming to see Jason anyway, so she arrived moments later and got updates on what happened. Once Anna took Jason to the police station, she got an ID on the deceased gunman and tried to get Jason to admit he recognized him. It was clear that Anna thought Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, was behind the attack, so she was frustrated over Jason protecting him, especially since this could happen again. Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, eventually arrived and had concerns over her own. But Jason wanted her to warn Sonny since the cops would be coming to question him. At the Metro Court, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, pushed for answers about what Sonny had planned for Jason. Deep down, Carly insisted Sonny couldn't erase Jason from his life and didn't really want to. When Carly found out Sonny planned to visit Blaze aka Allison Rogers, Jacqueline Grace Lopez, she advised against using Blaze to pressure Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi. Carly thought Sonny should wait for Christina to come around, but he insisted he knew what was best for his daughter. Before Sonny could head to Blaze's suite, he got a call from Brick, Stephen A. Smith, about the warehouse drama. Sonny called Diane and asked to meet, so Jason told her to go. At the warehouse, Diane interrupted Sonny's argument with Detective Bennett, Kendrick Cross, and pushed for a chance to speak to her client alone. Although Diane needed to know everything, Sonny didn't admit any guilt in what just went down. At Key 8, the guard posted outside Jack Brennan's, Charles Mashore, door got called away. So Brennan picked the lock of his handcuffs and stole some scrub so he could slip into the stairwell. That's where Brennan met with Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, and informed him about Carly revealing the FBI's investigation. Brennan mentioned John Jagger Cates, Adam J. Harrington, had been assigned to dig into pikemen, and thought Valentin should leave Jason alone to avoid drawing attention. That left Valentin looking a bit guilty. But he made a prediction about Sonny taking Jason off the chessboard soon and saving them the trouble. Back in the interrogation room, Anna examined the burner phone from the crime scene, which only had one number in it. Once Anna called that number and heard Valentin's voice asking if it was done, she looked shocked. Meanwhile, Brennan got back in bed and locked himself into his handcuffs again. The guard was a bit suspicious over the ajar door, but he shrugged it off since Brennan was where he was supposed to be. In Blaze's suite, she surprised Christina with a lovely dinner, but things went south once she admitted she accidentally told Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, what happened after the wedding. Once Christina found out Blaze blabbed about her witnessing Sonny's attack on Dex Heller, even Hofer, she felt totally betrayed. After Christina stormed out of Blaze's room, Carly found her looking distracted and distraught. Christina wound up questioning Carly about whether she ever really knew Sonny or if the man she knew was an illusion. Carly ultimately suggested that Christina would have to make her own decisions about Sonny and figure out whether she could live life without her dad. At Sonny's penthouse, Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, showed up with a bottle of scotch to thank Sonny for the wedding invitation. Ava Jerome, Maura West, let Natalia in and offered to let her wait for Sonny, so they had a conversation in the meantime. Since Ava was recording something on her phone for work beforehand, she secretly made a recording of Natalia trashing Christina's relationship with Blaze and acting like gay people or whatever alphabets they called themselves were too flighty to take life seriously. Once Natalia left without seeing Sonny, Ava seemed pleased as they played back the recording she just made. General Hospital spoilers say Ava will stir up more trouble soon, so don't miss Sonny's reaction to her alarming news. On the dramatic episode of General Hospital that aired on Monday, June 3, the residents of Port Charles were engulfed in a whirlwind of secrets, schemes, and startling revelations. As the clock ticked, the tension escalated, and relationships teetered on the brink of collapse. Anna Devon found herself at the center of the storm. The seasoned WSB agent was no stranger to danger, but the stakes had never felt higher. The day began with Anna in a state of deep contemplation, her mind racing with questions about Valentin Cassadine. Her instincts told her that he was hiding something monumental, something that could shift the balance of power in Port Charles. Determined to uncover the truth, Anna resorted to using a burner phone, a tactic she hadn't employed in years. With a mixture of trepidation and resolve, she dialed a number she had hoped never to call again. On the other end of the line was a former contact, an elusive informant with ties to Valentin's shadowy past. "Anna, it's been a while," the informant's voice crackled through the line, laden with a mix of curiosity and caution. "We don't have time for pleasantries," Anna replied, her tone steely. "I need everything you have on Valentin Cassadine. Now." The informant hesitated for a moment, the weight of the request evident. "Valentin is a dangerous man, Anna. You know that, but there are whispers about his involvement in something big, something that could turn Port Charles upside down." Anna's heart raced. "What is it?" "Word is, he's been orchestrating a plan behind the scenes, manipulating key figures in the city. There's talk of a takeover, and he's been using some very unsavory methods to get what he wants." As the call ended, Anna's mind whirled with possibilities. If Valentin was indeed orchestrating a takeover, the implications were dire. She knew she had to act swiftly, but she needed more evidence before confronting him. Meanwhile, at Windermere, Valentin was unaware that his carefully constructed facade was beginning to crumble. He was engrossed in a conversation with his confidant, Peter August, discussing the next steps in their secret plan. Valentin's demeanor was calm, but his eyes betrayed a flicker of anxiety. "We can't afford any mistakes, Peter," Valentin warned. "Everything depends on precision and timing." Peter nodded, his expression serious. "I understand. But what about Anna? She's been sniffing around, and she's getting close." Valentin's jaw tightened. "Anna is a formidable opponent, but she's only a minor inconvenience. We need to stay focused." Across town, at the Metro Court, Ava Jerome was embroiled in her own web of intrigue. The glamorous yet formidable gallery owner had recently come into possession of a secret recording, one that had the potential to devastate several lives. The recording, obtained through a covert operation, captured a conversation between two influential figures in Port Charles discussing illegal activities. Ava's mind raced as she replayed the recording, weighing her options. She knew the power of the information she held, but with great power came great risk. As she pondered her next move, her daughter, Avery, bounded into the room, momentarily distracting her from the gravity of the situation. "Mama, look what I drew," Avery exclaimed, holding up a colorful picture. Ava's stern expression softened as she took the drawing. "It's beautiful, darling. You're so talented." In that brief moment of maternal affection, Ava's resolve hardened. She had to protect her family, and that meant using every tool at her disposal. She decided to reach out to an old ally, someone who had navigated the treacherous waters of Port Charles politics and emerged unscathed. Later that afternoon, at the docks, Ava met with her contact, a shadowy figure known only as the Fixer. The two exchanged curt nods before delving into the heart of the matter. "I need your help," Ava began, her voice steady. "I have a recording that could bring down some very powerful people, but I need to ensure it's used correctly." The Fixer raised an eyebrow. "And what's in it for me?" Ava's eyes narrowed. Leverage. I'm offering you leverage over the biggest players in Port Charles. Imagine what you could achieve with that kind of power. The fixer considered this, a slow smile spreading across his face. All right, Ava, you've got my attention. Let's see what we can do. Back at General Hospital, Elizabeth Weber and Dr. Hamilton Finn were dealing with their own crisis. A mysterious patient had been admitted with symptoms that baffled the medical team. As they worked tirelessly to stabilize the patient, a sense of foreboding hung in the air. The patient's condition was deteriorating rapidly, and the usual treatments were ineffective. Elizabeth glanced at Finn, her expression worried. What are we missing, Finn? There has to be something we're not seeing.